Hi everyone. For this week's discussion, I chose out-of-home placement as the most effective for juveniles. I am currently a juvenile probation officer, and I have seen out-of-home placement work many times. Our textbook says it is the last resort, and ultimately it is. However, it works. Um, when you get a juvenile who's committed a crime and their conviction is finally adjudicated, you send them to a residential facility most of the time and they get help. As far as like education, there is a requirement of education at least many of the residential facilities here in Kentucky that my juveniles go to. They have to do education every day. Therapy. A majority of them work in groups or they do individuals, and that is beneficial because if they stay here at home and we're just like, you need to get therapy, chances are it's not going to happen. Therefore, while in a facility, they are required to get therapy. Also, out of home placement is beneficial for youth because they are taken away from the environment where their crime was committed. Being in a different environment completely changes their mindset. They're not around the peers that they were with that when they made their bad decisions. They are learning different coping skills and they are learning different activities to engage in with their friends that are more positive and more pro-social. So, therefore, being out of the home is very beneficial for many of the youth that I work with. Curfews I don't find beneficial because whether the youth is keeping up with them or the parents, I can give a curfew log to a youth and never get it back. And I'll be like, was um, your child home at this time? And they're like, I don't know, I think so. So I don't find curfews beneficial. Diversion, kind of the same thing. Like they can give you stuff, but whether or not you follow it is up to you. Waivers, I never really, like, we don't use them a lot, at least in Jefferson County, so I don't think a lot of kids would benefit from them. We do have the prompt talks about teen courts. We have juvenile court, and essentially it helps a majority of them. However, when they are sent to adult court, they're not prepared because juvenile court tends to baby kids. So a specific court system that would cover juvenile and adult court would be beneficial. However, I think out of home placement is the best. Like our book said, 20% goes to out of home placement, but they can definitely succeed. I have seen it. I have seen many kids come back from out of home placement, completely different kids than when they went in, and they're safe. So, with the rise in crime here in Jefferson County right now, as much as I don't want to take kids out of their home if they're thriving, if they're not, out of home placement in a residential facility where they can learn different things is definitely beneficial. Thanks.